Welcome fellow YouTubers. So today I'm going to continue on my install of the four-link in the 37 Ford chassis. Yes, I know this chassis has got a lot of work. But remember, these are all budget built cars. So first things first, I've got the piece that came out of the original car, making it a true four-link with top two arms and two bottom arms. Now I'm going to quickly measure this so I can cut it so it can fit between the chassis rails. I'm gonna have to box it, but I have to check where I'm gonna bolt my body to the chassis. But we'll box this and fix all the rut and cut it out as well. That's why we still have to fix this up as well. Let me quickly continue. Keep this square with the rails and mark where I'm gonna cut this. This is pretty close actually to the original. And like you can see, I keep it level with the chassis as we're gonna be working with a chassis here. It's got a bit of work to it. Okay, let me take my baby grinder and lop that off. We first take this out. Also, you'll notice I already added through the bolts and a bushing to keep it center, as that's how the diff is gonna sit in the car. You take it apart. Okay, as I install this, I explained to you about the top arms that has to roughly cross to put your center line of your car in front of the front bumper. That's also why you'll be seeing me just now making up plates that I can weld to the inside of the chassis, that I can weld to this, so I can lift it and drop it to get the angle right first time. As this is a road car and not a race car, we're not worried about adjustable front links or rear links on our link arms, because let's face it, you're not going to stop every track you get to, every road you get to adjust the rear end. That's just plain nonsense. Adjustable four link is actually, when you've got it in a race application, works so you can adjust it with the driver weight on scales to which track you set it up to. For road use, you don't really need that full adjustability. Most factory cars were like this, solid arms, straightforward, plain and simple. That's what we're going here for, as this is just a rod, not a race car. Most of our cars we build, we do in a budget. The budget being as least as possible, so that I can show to you guys how we can do it for as cheap as possible. Showing everybody it's possible to build your own home bolt rods if you just follow the simple rules of construction. I mean, it's not rocket science. If you follow the rules of how it came out of the previous vehicle, these arms being level, and the angle and the length of the car does make a difference, but there's a lot of rules on this when you read up and you do the research on it. Let's continue. You probably noticed me as well spending hours and days on this chassis doing a lot of welding and preparations to get this thing safe, because that's my concern. Safety. Safety and drivability. That's what it's all about. And to be able to enjoy this. But yeah, we've got to basically build half a car still to be able to enjoy this at least. Right, we quickly clean these edges, get it back in the car so we can see how big our plates are we're going to have to make up so we can weld this to the chassis first. Also fixing this chassis a bit up, not 100%, but yeah, we'll get to that. Let me just clean those edges. Right, now that I've got it mostly where I want it and I've got some travel to it, we go and get my vice grips and just clamp this thing in place so I can measure how big of a bracket that I want to cut and put inside here to weld this to. Right, okay, let me clamp this in place. We'll set it up just now with the straight edge and the level. I just want to get it roughly in place so I can mark out. See, I think this is where my chassis bolts to. And we'll take it from there. Alright, let me quickly see how level my chassis is. Number 1. This is pretty much level if I take it according to that and that. That's pretty much level 2. Okay, so this side needs to come up a tad and that side needs to go down a tad. But okay, we'll set that up just now. Let me mark out how big of a plate. Take it before the bolt hole and after the bolt hole. Right, then I'll make a template from this and both plates should be the same, so I can take this 4-link unit out again, the top section, and concentrate on making this plate that I'm going to put in here. It's also going to strengthen the back of the chassis. We'll probably end up boxing the whole thing but leaving gaps open where we have to put nuts and bolts securing it to the body. Okay, let me use a piece of scrap cardboard. Let me make my template. Start on top. I'm just going to use a hammer it. So at least I've got a line so I can cut this, do the bottom side. Let's see our budget hot rod come together. Okay, now that we've got our template that fits snugly in our chassis, like you can see here. Now that we've got our template that fits snugly in our chassis, like you can see here, and I can still reach in to get to the bolt for the body to the chassis, we can cut it out. Okay, let me quickly mark this. Cut this out. and grind it clean, grind that clean so we can start attaching that to the chassis inners. I'm gonna make a plan to box the whole back section like you can see there. It's just the bolt holes I need to have space for fingers. You'll notice this is quite thick, still thicker than a chassis ever was, as it's all about safety and it needs to reinforce this chassis. You'll also see me use the stick welder a bit, so now I've got nice penetration depth on it. There is nothing wrong with this MIG welder, it's just I want to make sure of this chassis being strong enough. Man, this thing chose discs, eh? Let me quickly get another disc in here and cut it out. You can see it's like a thick piece of steel. There we go. Now I'll use this as a template, as left and right should be the same, and cut the next one out of our piece of scrap steel. Just use my vice grip. Alrighty then. Now that I've marked it, let's get hacking. Right then. Should be left and right. Alright. Now I just need to clean them up and tag them to the chassis. To get them in a chassis for now, it's just so we can install our falling top bars, and then I still need to fix this lot up, that lot up, box that section, put a patch on the outside, fix on the outside, box that, get it all together, make this thing safe at least. Alright, let me continue. Like you can see, us cleaning our metal quickly, and we'll clean the chassis as well. Before we weld this to the chassis, we'll probably put something inside like stop rust or anti-rust and see how we can do with the welding. There we go, roughly. Alright, let me continue on cleaning everything so I can tag it together. Alright, now that I've quickly buzzed these plates in, let's see our bump stop height. About 150-ish, it's quite low. 150-ish. Okay, let me just go up a bit. Also, let me just check my chassis still level. Don't want to go too low on that. Should be sufficient. I have to chop this on the top, remembering I've got a floor that goes in the car still here. Let me check how level we are. Okay. That's pretty much square, eh? Level. That's a luck. Okay, let me quickly back this to the frame and we'll take it from there. Just a vertical up, clean the slack. We quickly just get this side and then we'll weld it all together. Okay, that should be sufficient to hold it for me. And just clean all the slack off. I know I'm gonna be gap welding. I'll fetch the chipping hammer just now. Just clean this. Clean this side. I knew it. Okay. Let me have a look. I'm gonna install the old spring perches. I think something like this, roughly. Then I'll just make a plate and cap that with a round pipe and cut it to size. I think I'm gonna have to shorten the spring up to here. So it's gonna be 3 coils. Okay. Alright. Quickly do that. And remember, your springs must be upright as possible. I'm thinking here, then I can just have a plate over with a round cup to hold this in place. Now, the more I can get to the chassis side, the better, I think. Alright, let me use the spirit level to just put it on this edge here to have a look. But back. Roughly there. Just mark it. I'm just for now gonna tack this and that on, and on the next video I think I'm gonna tackle that rust and finish everything up all together. Yes. You see how close we can get to that as we already marked it. Here we go. Should be pretty level. This is about how close I want to get. Use this as a guard so it doesn't hit the chassis. And with this plate over here, yes, this should be sufficient. Okay, let me tack weld this in place. First, let me clean. Or just get in here. Okay. Okay, now that we've got that connected to our differential, we'll do the next side, and on the next video while fixing that everything, we'll quickly just make a plate with a rest for this. Well, thank you for watching, fellow YouTubers. Like you can see, we got our spring purchases on our diff where we want them. Next, we'll do the plates and fix the frame in the next video, I think, as this is going to be part of the frame I need to do. Thank you for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe so I can bring you more content on my piles of rusty junk. Peace out, everybody.